Hello and welcome to the Mysteries of the World channel, where we teach you the things the world doesn't teach you and where we uncover fascinating theories. Today we will dive deeper into the world of reincarnation and the scientific findings of Dolores Cannon. Be sure to subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our new videos. Throughout history, humans have searched for the secrets of life beyond the physical realm. Some have found answers in ancient texts, others in spiritual experiences. But for Dolores Cannon, a world-renowned hypnotherapist, the search led her to uncover hidden truths about our souls, reincarnation, and the afterlife. Born in 1931, Dolores Cannon spent over 4 decades researching the mysteries of the human mind and soul. What began as a quest to help people with physical ailments soon turned into a lifelong exploration into the mysteries of reincarnation and what happens to us after we die. Through the use of hypnosis, she discovered incredible evidence of reincarnation that challenges our understanding of life, death, and the soul's journey. Today, we'll explore her groundbreaking work and the techniques she developed to prove reincarnation through deep hypnosis. To truly understand Dolores Cannon's findings, we need to first grasp the concept of hypnosis. Hypnosis, contrary to common belief, isn't about mind control. Instead, it's a deeply relaxed state where the subconscious mind takes center stage. Through this state, Cannon was able to access the hidden memories locked within her clients' minds. But what made her approach unique was her ability to bypass the conscious mind entirely and speak directly with the subconscious, or what she called the higher self. Cannon's method, called quantum healing hypnosis technique, or QHHT, was the result of years of refinement. Unlike traditional hypnosis, QHHT goes deeper, accessing the subconscious mind not just to uncover past lives, but also to offer healing and guidance from a higher spiritual perspective. Through QHHT, Cannon discovered that many of her clients could recall vivid details of lives they had lived long ago, and this wasn't just a matter of imagination. Many of these memories were rich in historical detail, so accurate that they could be verified. At the heart of QHHT lies the idea that we all possess a subconscious or higher self, a part of our consciousness that holds deep wisdom and access to memories from past lives. This subconscious mind is not just a reservoir of our current life's experiences, it also contains knowledge from other lifetimes, stretching back thousands of years. In QHHT, Dolores Cannon would guide her clients into a deep, relaxed state of hypnosis, where the conscious mind would step aside, allowing the subconscious to speak freely. It's in this state that the most extraordinary things began to happen. The regression process in QHHT is gentle yet powerful. It begins with a simple induction, where the client is made to feel comfortable and deeply relaxed. Then, Cannon would gradually guide them to revisit moments from their past lives. It wasn't a scripted experience. Each session unfolded uniquely. Through this process, clients often began describing vivid past life experiences, some from long-forgotten civilizations, others from lives that seemed entirely disconnected from their current one. But what was truly remarkable was the accuracy of these details. Under hypnosis, clients would recount stories of past lives with details that seemed impossible to fabricate. Locations, names, even specific historical events. For example, one client recalled being a soldier during the Civil War and described intricate details of battles, uniforms, and events that were later confirmed by history books. These experiences weren't limited to 1 or 2 clients. Time and again, Cannon's clients relayed memories that couldn't be easily explained by coincidence. They described lives lived in different times, places, and cultures, all verified by historical research. Now that we've explored Dolores Cannon's hypnosis technique, it's time to delve into the most fascinating part of her work, the undeniable evidence she uncovered that suggests reincarnation is real. When clients were regressed under hypnosis, they often described their lives in great detail, lives they had supposedly lived in the past. But what made these accounts extraordinary was the level of detail that couldn't be easily explained away as coincidence. Many clients recalled specific historical periods, names of people they had once known, and even events they had no logical reason to know about. One of Cannon's clients even described an ancient civilization in vivid detail, with accurate descriptions of places that had never been revealed in textbooks. To make these findings even more compelling, Cannon took the extra step of verifying these past life accounts. Some of her clients recalled names of towns, cities, and even occupations that they had never heard of in their current life. Through research, Cannon was able to confirm that these details were historically accurate. For instance, one woman described being a female doctor in a small 18th century town. With further research, Cannon discovered a historical record that revealed a woman by that name who fit the description perfectly. A woman who had been forgotten by history until Cannon's regression work brought her story back to light. What this revealed was nothing short of groundbreaking. Dolores Cannon didn't just uncover vague memories. She documented specific, verifiable historical details that supported the concept of reincarnation. This evidence, collected over hundreds of sessions, made it increasingly clear that our souls do indeed experience multiple lifetimes, each one shaping the person we are today. One of the most profound discoveries in Dolores Cannon's work was what happens after we die. Through her past life regression sessions, Cannon uncovered fascinating insights into the journey our souls undertake, not just in life, but in death and beyond. When Dolores Cannon regressed her clients, many of them spoke of a place they went to after death, a place that wasn't like our earthly world. They described a realm where souls go after leaving their bodies. This space is often referred to as the between lives state. One of the most striking things Cannon discovered was that after death, our souls don't just float in a void. Instead, we enter what some have called a heavenly realm or spiritual dimension. This space is not just about rest, it's a place of learning, healing, and growth. Many clients under deep hypnosis reported meeting with a council of elders, a group of wise beings who guide souls on their journey. These beings are not just there to judge, but to help the soul understand its life lessons, to see the reasons behind the choices made in past lives, and to prepare for the next one. Some of these clients describe the council as being comprised of wise, loving figures, often feeling like family or guides who knew them intimately. This is where we learn about our life purpose and where we plan the next steps of our journey. In Dolores Cannon's research, she found that many souls choose to leave their current lives early, some even before they're fully grown. These souls are not failures. In fact, they often leave because they have already fulfilled their purpose. Their mission in that lifetime was completed, and they move on to another phase of their soul's journey. For example, consider a baby who passes away shortly after birth. Many people might think it's a tragedy, but according to Cannon's research, the soul of that baby might have had a specific purpose: to teach others around them important lessons about love, loss, or growth. Another fascinating idea Dolores Cannon uncovered is the theory of the 3 waves of volunteers. This concept suggests that humanity is not just made up of ordinary people, but of 3 distinct groups of souls who volunteered to come to Earth at this time to assist in a global spiritual awakening. The first wave consists of souls who are very advanced spiritually. They came to Earth to help prepare the way for the other waves. These individuals often face difficult lives as they challenge old systems of belief and fight against the confines of the material world. A common trait among these souls is that they might feel out of place or disconnected from others. They often experience tough challenges early in life, and some even struggle with depression or alienation. But their purpose is clear. They're here to break down old ways of thinking and pave the way for the future. The second wave is a group of souls that has a different mission. They came to help guide the first wave, to make a positive impact on the planet, and to bring healing to society. They tend to have a higher level of awareness, but don't always understand the full extent of their spiritual mission. The third wave consists of young people, often children or even teenagers, who are deeply intuitive and spiritually aware. These are the awakening souls, the ones who will help the planet shift into a higher state of consciousness. Now let's talk about karma. In Dolores Cannon's work, karma is not about punishment. It's about growth. Every soul comes into each life with lessons to learn, and these lessons often revolve around relationships, choices, and purpose. Imagine that you were born with a specific purpose, a mission that you agreed to before coming into this life. If you make choices that lead you off course, you might experience negative karma, not as a punishment, but as a way to guide you back on track. Take the case of someone who struggles with addiction. Dolores Cannon often spoke about how people who abuse substances like alcohol or drugs are often repeating lessons from previous lives. These souls might be stuck in a pattern where they have not yet learned their true purpose, and they need to go through those lessons again in order to grow and evolve spiritually. One fascinating concept that Dolores Cannon explored was the silver cord, a thread of light that connects the soul to the physical body. This cord represents the life force energy that sustains the body while the soul is inhabiting it. When someone dies, the silver cord is severed and the soul is free to move on. However, it's said that the silver cord remains intact until the soul has fully departed the body. And sometimes, it can be seen in the aura as a shimmering line of light. Some of the most difficult cases Dolores Cannon uncovered involved people who died young or unexpectedly. But Cannon revealed that even these early deaths are part of a greater plan. Souls don't just accidentally pass away. They leave this life when they've completed the purpose they came here for. For instance, a teenager who dies in an accident might have come into this life to teach their family members about love, grief, or healing. Their death, while heartbreaking, might serve as a catalyst for others to grow spiritually. Ultimately, Dolores Cannon's findings show us that life and death are not as random as we might think. Every soul has a purpose, a mission to complete, and even those who pass away early or face hardship are doing so in alignment with their greater spiritual journey. The process of reincarnation, learning, and growth is far more intricate than we can imagine, and Dolores Cannon's work has provided us with a deeper understanding of our soul's true purpose. Karma is one of the most misunderstood concepts in spirituality, but Dolores Cannon's work sheds new light on its true meaning. In simple terms, karma isn't about punishment or reward. It's not a cosmic scorecard. Instead, karma is the soul's way of learning and evolving. When we come into each life, we're given opportunities to grow by working through unresolved lessons from the past. Imagine you're trying to learn how to be more compassionate. In one life, you may struggle with anger or selfishness, and the result could be strained relationships or personal suffering. But in the next life, you're given the chance to face those same challenges, maybe in a different form, but the core lesson remains the same. According to Dolores Cannon, karma is simply the mechanism that helps us keep track of our spiritual progress. If we don't resolve certain issues in one lifetime, we return to face them in the next. Reincarnation isn't just about starting over. Each lifetime is an opportunity to grow, to evolve, and to complete the lessons the soul has set out to learn. Dolores Cannon discovered that many souls choose to return to Earth again and again, but they don't always come back in the same circumstances. Let's take an example. One person may have been a king in a past life, living in luxury and power. In their next life, they might choose to be born into humble circumstances, perhaps as a farmer or an average citizen. The reason for this isn't punishment. It's a chance to learn humility, patience, and gratitude. The soul evolves by experiencing both ends of the spectrum. One of Cannon's clients, under hypnosis, remembered being a queen in a past life. In this life, they were born with a condition that caused them to face physical challenges. The person discovered that the challenge wasn't a random misfortune. It was a karmic lesson meant to help them understand compassion and humility, traits they hadn't fully developed in their past life. In addition to the idea of karma, Dolores Cannon's work also revealed the concept of soul families. These are groups of souls that reincarnate together, playing different roles in each lifetime. According to Cannon, souls often choose to be born into the same families, relationships, and situations in order to continue their spiritual growth together. A soul family might consist of people you've known across many lifetimes. You might not always recognize them, but they are often the ones who help shape your journey. You might meet the same soul over and over again, but in different roles. For example, your mother in this life might have been your sister in the last, or a close friend in this life might have been your rival in a past life. One of Dolores Cannon's clients, during a past life regression, recalled being in a deep emotional conflict with a particular person. In this life, they were born into the same family as that person and struggled with the same tension. Through regression, it was revealed that in their past life, the same two souls had played opposing roles, and the conflict they experienced in that life was meant to resolve in the present one. An interesting part of Dolores Cannon's research also involved the concept of dream communication with higher beings. According to Cannon, while our conscious mind rests at night, our souls may connect with higher realms, where we can communicate with guides, teachers, or even our own higher self. One of the most intriguing findings was that some people, during their dreams, encounter a group known as the Council of Elders or Board of Directors. These beings, which some describe as wise spiritual guides, are said to offer guidance and advice to souls who are at a crossroads in their spiritual journey. In dreams, people might ask these guides questions about their purpose, upcoming challenges, or even how to resolve deep inner conflicts. One client in Dolores Cannon's sessions recalled a recurring dream where they would meet a group of wise, loving beings. These beings were not just offering answers, but they helped the soul understand the bigger picture, how their choices in this life were linked to past lives and how they could shape their future. Many souls return to Earth because they haven't fully learned their lessons, and for some, addiction is a way they continue to struggle with unresolved issues. Dolores Cannon's work revealed that souls who repeatedly battle addictions are often stuck in a cycle of unfinished lessons from past lives. People who struggle with alcoholism, drug addiction, or other harmful habits may be repeating patterns from earlier lifetimes where they failed to overcome their challenges. These souls choose to return to face the same lessons again, in the hopes of resolving the inner conflict that drives them towards self-destructive behaviors. One of Cannon's clients, under hypnosis, remembered being an alcoholic in a past life. In their current life, they were battling similar addiction problems. Through regression, they discovered that their past life had been full of emotional wounds, unresolved grief, and a lack of understanding about their purpose. The addiction, it turned out, was a way of avoiding confronting these deep issues. At the core of Dolores Cannon's research is the idea that we all have a unique life purpose. This purpose is not random. It is a mission that our soul has chosen before coming to Earth. Our purpose can be big or small, but it always involves personal growth, learning, and contributing to the greater good. Some souls might come to Earth to help others through healing, while others might be here to learn self-love or compassion. Regardless of the role, every soul has a mission, and once you understand your purpose, it becomes easier to navigate life's challenges and make decisions that align with your highest good. One of Cannon's clients remembered being a healer in a past life, and in this life, they were born into a family of doctors. The soul realized that they had chosen this path to continue healing, not just physically, but emotionally and spiritually as well. One of the most mind-opening concepts in Dolores Cannon's work is the idea of soul contracts. According to Cannon, before we are born, our souls make agreements about the lessons we need to learn in this life. These contracts aren't about fate or predestination, they're about choice. Think of it like this. Imagine you are planning your life's journey. Before coming to Earth, you meet with spiritual guides, your soul family, and other beings to decide what lessons you want to experience. You choose the people you will meet, the challenges you'll face, and the opportunities you'll have to grow. It's all part of a larger, higher purpose, even if we don't always remember making these choices. These soul contracts are not always easy. Often, the soul chooses to experience hardship or adversity to grow spiritually. For example, a soul might choose a difficult family dynamic, a challenging relationship, or even a traumatic event to help them work through unresolved issues from past lives. Imagine you've chosen to experience a difficult relationship because in a past life, you might have left someone behind without closure. In this life, the contract might involve learning how to forgive, heal, and restore balance in that relationship. It's a deep and profound way that souls continue to evolve over multiple lifetimes. Alongside soul contracts, Dolores Cannon's work also emphasized the importance of spiritual awakening. Spiritual awakening happens when we begin to remember our soul's true nature and reconnect with our purpose in life. This awakening is not always a dramatic, life-changing event. It can happen gradually, sometimes triggered by a particular event or realization. Many people experience spiritual awakenings after facing challenges, loss, or moments of deep reflection. It's as if our souls are nudging us to remember why we're here and to rediscover the path we've always been meant to follow. One of Cannon's clients described how, after years of feeling lost, they had a profound realization that they were meant to help others heal. This awakening didn't happen overnight, but over time, they began to feel a strong calling to pursue a career in healing, which they later understood was part of their soul's contract. So what happens if we don't fulfill our soul contracts? According to Dolores Cannon, when we fail to learn the lessons we came here to experience, we are given multiple opportunities to try again. Sometimes through reincarnation, sometimes through life events that challenge us. Imagine you've chosen a difficult life lesson, but you keep avoiding it. Perhaps you're meant to learn patience, but instead, you constantly get frustrated when things don't go your way. According to Cannon, your soul will continue to present situations where you have to face this lesson until you get it right. The purpose of life is to evolve and grow, and our soul contracts guide us in this process. As Dolores Cannon discovered, there is also something bigger happening, a collective spiritual awakening. The entire world is going through a shift in consciousness. People are beginning to question their lives, their purpose, and their connection to the universe. We are all awakening to the realization that we are more than just our physical bodies. This global awakening is no coincidence. It's part of a larger spiritual plan. According to Cannon, this is why many souls have volunteered to incarnate on Earth at this time, to help the planet shift into a higher state of consciousness, to help others remember their true nature, and to bring healing to the world. In today's video, we've explored the deep concepts of soul contracts, spiritual awakening, and how they fit into the larger cosmic plan. Through Dolores Cannon's research, we've learned that we all have a purpose, and we choose our lives before we are born to experience and grow in ways that help our souls evolve. These teachings give us profound insight into why we experience certain challenges and why life can sometimes feel like a series of lessons that push us toward greater understanding. Now I'd love to hear from you. What do you think about Dolores Cannon's theories on soul contracts and reincarnation? Do you feel that your life has a greater purpose that you're still uncovering? Or maybe you've had your own spiritual awakening. We'd love to know your thoughts. If you found this video interesting and would like to dive deeper into Dolores Cannon's work, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. We'll be releasing a new video every week, exploring more of her fascinating findings on the mysteries of life, reincarnation, and the soul's journey. Thank you for joining us today. Stay curious and keep seeking the hidden truths of the world.